Welcome to today's chair class. I am Coach Lindsay. Thank you always for joining me. Today we're going to be doing an upper body chair workout. So specifically working on the back and the biceps, which are my two favorite arm muscle groups. So we're going to be working on a lot of muscle strengthening today. So you will need a set of weights. You're probably good with just one set. If you're a little bit worried about some of the different exercises, you can have two different sets so you can kind of alternate. But I have 8 pounds. That's pretty good for this. I would say anything from a 3-pounder to a 10-pounder is probably good. So make sure you have your weights. If you do not have weights, grab some cans of food, fill some water bottles up, use anything that's gonna add a little resistance for today. And then of course, all you're gonna need aside from that is just your chair. So make sure that your chair is nice and hard, no wheels, no arms. We're gonna be moving around in the chair today, but we're not gonna be standing. So that's a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and get into our warm up and then I will talk about the class. So first things first, form. So scoot a little bit forward in your chair here. Feet are gonna sit flat on the ground, okay? We wanna make sure that we have some good support underneath our feet. And then we have a 90-degree angle with those legs. Coming to the core, we wanna make sure that that core is nice and engaged. So when we do chair exercises, don't underestimate them. It's not like we're just chilling in the chair, right? We are not leaning behind on the back of that chair. We are nice and tall, back is nice and straight, core is engaged, okay? So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get into some half jacks. So same leg, same arm. And like I said, we're moving around in the chair a little bit. So core is nice and engaged here. We're gonna get the blood flowing and I'll talk about the class. So we have 3 sets of work. Each set has 3 exercises. So one exercise, the first exercise is going to be a bicep exercise. The second is a back. And then the third is actually a combo of the first 2 exercises. So we're gonna have lots of repetition, but each set is different. So each set has a different set of exercises, which is nice for variety. Gives you some good ideas for if you do this on your own. So we will have an active rest of a minute in between each set where we're gonna be doing some weighted marches. So you're really not, those weights are not gonna leave your hands today. Of course, having said that, if you need to drop your weights to take a little bit of a rest, please do, and then join us when you are ready to jump back in. So let's hit some arm circles. So feet flat on the ground and take those arm circles nice and forward, really opening up that chest as we bring those arms back. Excellent, nice and big. Keep that breath going. Fabulous. And let's take those arm circles back. Whenever we bring those arms back, we're really squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're warming up those back muscles, okay? We're using my 2 favorite, like I said, my 2 favorite muscle groups. Really important to work that back so you have good support for your core, good posture, helps with balance even. So again, one of my favorite muscle groups. Excellent. The last part of our warm up, we're doing goal post. So arms come nice and wide. We bring those elbows down, open up that chest, and then come back up. A little bit of a shoulder burn here. So if you need to take it this way, totally fine. Up to you and your range of motion, okay? Excellent. After this warm up, we'll do a couple more reps here. I'm going to show you what set 1 looks like, and then we're gonna jump back in, and then during our active rest, I will show you set 2 and then so on. So you have a good idea of what you're gonna be doing before we just dive right in. Excellent. Let's do 3 more here. 2. Last one. Fabulous. Grab some water, grab a towel. I will show you the first 3 exercises of set 1. 1 is going to be a neutral grip bicep curl where we are just having our palms facing out. Elbows are glued to the side. We start at the bottom and we curl up. We're doing 10 of those, and then we're doing a back fly. So this is where you want to stagger your feet a little bit, and you're going to lean forward maybe 45 degrees, and then the weights are going to come sit at your side, and you're going to come up and down. So we want to keep the neck nice and straight. So I'm looking up because I'm looking at you, but I want you to keep a good 45-degree angle look on the ground here so that we keep a nice neutral spine. And then the third exercise is the combo of the 2. So we're taking a neutral grip bicep curl, coming back down, lean forward, and a fly, back up, and repeat. So again, lots of movement today. Adjust your weights if you need to. If at any point you need to drop your weights and just do body weight, perfectly fine, as long as you keep moving. All right, Mighty Family, 10 reps of each exercise. Let's start with those bicep curls, and let's begin. All the way up, all the way down. Finish out that rep. Key is keeping those elbows next to your side, okay? So if you don't, you end up doing this. This is not a bicep curl. This is not doing you any good, okay? So keep those elbows glued to your side. Let your biceps do the work. Your weights, just stop right here. So they don't have to touch your shoulder at all. right? We're just kind of working on that bicep elbow hinge. Fabulous. Nice strong core here, keep that breath. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up. Excellent job. Make sure you get your 10 in. We've got about 3 left here. 2. And last one. Rest those weights on your thighs for just a moment. Shake those shoulders out, roll them out a little bit, but then we're gonna roll right back into those back flies. So again, stagger those feet a little bit so you have some good control underneath of you. Slight lean forward, nice neutral spine. Take those weights at your side, and then we're coming up and down here for 10, nice and controlled here, okay? So this is kind of one of those exercises that maybe you want to drop your weights if you kind of grabbed a little bit of heavier weights. I'm almost kind of regretting grabbing the 8 pounds at this point, but we're committed. But making sure that you're really using that back, pulling up and coming back down. Fabulous. Keep that breath going. Get your 10 in, 3 more. 2. Last one. Fabulous job. Go ahead and sit back up in your chair, roll those shoulders out. We're gonna hit it with that combo exercise and then we get a break, okay? So this is where you might get a little bit of a burnout. Again, drop your weight if you need to, or just use your body weight, okay? So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna do neutral grip bicep curl, all the way down, hinge forward, and the back fly. That is 1 rep. So this is gonna take us a while. We'll be here for a bit. Go slow, we don't have to go fast. There's no rush. You don't wanna rush weightlifting, right? Then you compromise form. We're not doing CrossFit here, okay? We don't have to get crazy. Excellent. Make sure you're using that core to hinge forward. Fabulous. About halfway through. Pay attention to your form, making sure you're keeping a nice neutral spine with that back fly. Excellent. Great job. Fabulous. 3 more here. Making sure you're finishing out your 10. If you're a little ahead of me or behind me, that's okay. We all go at our own pace here. Last one. Whew. These 8-pounders are a lot heavier than I thought. Fabulous job, Mighty Family. Rest those weights on your legs. We are going into an active rest of a weighted march. If you want to toss your weights aside and not do a weighted march, totally fine. But weighted march looks like this, okay? So we're using the biceps again. You can go ahead and drop those weights if this is a little much. I actually think I might, but I have to show you the next set. So I'm gonna keep my weights in my hands, but you keep on that march. Next set, I'm gonna show you what to expect. So first exercise is a wide curl. So same thing with the neutral grip. We're just taking the elbows out into kind of a W and we're curling up and down. So we're working that inner part of our bicep. Second exercise is angels. So we're taking the weights up and down, okay? So if you have any shoulder limitations, you can kind of come forward, which is an interesting modification, a little bit of a different part of your back that you're working, but a totally fine modification. And then the third exercise is both. So we're taking the wide curl to an angel and then repeat. Okay, Mighty Family, 10 more seconds into this weighted march and then we're gonna begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So make sure you have good form, feet are flat on the ground, 90-degree angle with those legs. Let's take those elbows nice and wide, elbows are still glued, hands are nice and wide, starting at the bottom, and let's begin here for 10. Make sure to breathe, okay? It's really easy to hold your breath when you lift weights. We do not want that. Again, keeping those elbows glued so that the weights just sit right here, right in front of your shoulders, so they don't have to touch. A little bit weaker part of our bicep here, that interior part. This is a little bit tougher exercise with the higher weights, but again, you can drop those weights. Fabulous. Halfway through the workout. Three more. 2. Last one. Fabulous. Take a small rest here. Roll those shoulders down away from your ears. A lot of times when we're doing these upper body exercises, we get up here, we get really tense. So roll those shoulders back in between each exercise. Now we're gonna move into those angels. We're here for 10. So take those weights down at your side. Palms are facing out and we're coming up and down. That's 1. Again, remember your modification. You can come down or up and around, right? If you have that shoulder limitation, or take it all the way up if you can. Fabulous. We're making snow angels, okay? But let's not speak snow into existence right now. It's only September. We don't need that yet. But we're just practicing for all the snow angels we're gonna make later. Fabulous. Ooh, I'm really regretting those 8 pounds now. Might have to drop my weight for the last 3 reps here, we'll see. I feel like I committed, I have to run with it. Awesome job. 2. Last one here. Fabulous. Mighty family, rest those arms. Again, roll those shoulders back away from your ears, and we're gonna get into that combo, okay? So whenever you're ready, elbows are glued, hands nice and wide, and we're putting the 2 together, okay? So wide curl, come all the way down, angel. That's 1, okay? Keep it going, here for 10. Really, really engage that core for the top part of that angel exercise where your weights are above your head. We start to kind of arch back a little bit. Try not to do that. Really squeeze that core. Excellent. Woo, halfway through the set, or the exercise of the set. Excellent. Keep that breath going. Three more. I'm dropping my weights. It's okay to use your body weight, right? Our arms weigh something. It's okay. It kind of felt like, man, if I keep going, my form's gonna sacrifice. So, last one here, mighty family. Fabulous. Excellent job, mighty family. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. Grab your weights. If you want to use them for the weighted march, you can do the march without them as well. But let's take our active rest. We're already in the last set. So we're cruising, okay? So keep marching. I'm gonna show you third set. Hammer curl. So we're doing different subsets of bicep curls. So hammer curl is where your palms are facing in and we're bringing that weight up this way, okay? So hammer curls, exercise 1. Exercise 2 is a row. So again, we're gonna stagger those feet, lean forward 45 degrees, keeping those hands in, those palms in, and we're rowing backwards, squeezing those shoulder blades, and then coming back down. So the key with the row is we're not bringing the weights up to our chest. No, no, no. We want those weights by our ribs, okay? So we're rowing backwards versus up. So you'll notice the difference if you do both. So third exercise, you guessed it, hammer curl, all the way down, lean forward, and a row, and that is 1, okay? Excellent. Last set. So make this one count. I know we're tired. Our arms are probably very fatigued. I know mine are. Sometimes I forget that I actually have to do this with you when I make these classes. So I'm in this with you. We're tired, but we only got 30 more reps, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll those shoulders back. Hands are to our side, or palms are to our side, and let's begin. Hammer curl here. Keeping those elbows nice and glued to the side, nice and controlled. So as we get fatigued, it's so easy, right, to let those weights pull us down. Nice and controlled all the way through. Fabulous. Nice and tall here too. Keep that core engaged. Biceps are so fatigued at this point. We've done so many bicep curls. I don't think I ever want to do another one again. That's a lie. I do. I love doing bicep curls, but I won't be doing any more today, that's for sure. Excellent, mighty family. Keep it going. Nice and slow. Hammer curls for me, for some reason tend to be the toughest. You use a little bit more of your forearms in this, so definitely a different kind of curl. 3 more here. 2. Last one. Excellent. Go ahead and bring those weights on top of your legs. Roll the shoulders out, you know the drill, and then let's get into those rows. We're almost through it, okay? Stagger those feet because we are leaning forward. Engage that core, nice straight spine. So just look 45 degrees in front of you, hold those weights by your side, and then let's begin rowing back. So again, making sure that those weights are at the ribs. Squeezing those shoulder blades like you have a pencil there. Really engage those back muscles. This is my favorite back exercise. Really works a lot of the entirety of the back here. Fabulous. Don't forget to breathe. All the way down, all the way up. Nice job. Don't cheat yourself. Don't go quick. 3 more. 2. Last one. Excellent job, mighty family. Go ahead and sit up, roll those shoulders out, take a breather. Last and final exercise, okay? So if you need to drop the weight in the middle like I did in that last set, totally fine. Just keep that body moving for all 10 reps. Let's go ahead and begin. Hammer curl, slight bend forward, and a row. That's 1, okay? Use your core to pull yourself back up. So whenever you're leaning forward, right, we're engaging that core, and then we're coming up nice and tall here. Fabulous. These combo exercises, we're here for a while, okay? So take 1 rep at a time. Good. I will be using 5 pounds next time I do this. I don't know about you. Until I feel a little bit more ready to go to 8. Awesome job, mighty family. Keep it going. Remember your form cues. I know we're tired. 3 more. Hammer curl into a row. Fabulous. 2. And last one here. All the way up, all the way down. Get that row in, all the way down. Fabulous job, mighty family. Toss those weights. We've had them in our hands for about 15 minutes straight. So let's drop them, shake out those hands. Let's cool it down here. We're gonna go ahead and get into a march just because we did a little bit of an active cool down rest with a weighted march in between each set. So let's take a little bit, maybe 30 seconds here just to march it out. Move those arms side to side with no weights. Man, your arms feel so light after having those weights in your hand. Excellent job. Bring that heart rate down nice and slow. This doesn't have to be a quick march. Let's take a couple big, deep breaths here. Last one. Excellent. Let's get into a bicep stretch. This is going to feel so good. Take your left arm all the way out, palm is facing up. Take your right hand, grab those fingertips, just pull back slightly. Doesn't have to be much. You're going to feel a nice stretch here in the forearm and even up into your bicep. Great job. You can kind of rock side to side too if you have, you know, nice part about stretching is you can kind of find a little area that feels the best. So sometimes the stretch feels better this way. Sometimes it feels better this way, whatever works for you. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So same thing, right hand, pull those fingertips towards you. Great. Shake those arms out. We're gonna do a couple really big, what we call range of motion arm circles. So we're gonna take those arms, palms facing out, or sorry, top of your hands facing out. We're gonna reach up all the way, and then we're gonna rotate those palms behind us, open up that chest, squeeze that back. We're gonna do a total of 3 here. So again, nice and slow, big, big circles, really kind of feeling that stretch in every part of the rotation. A really good bicep stretch too as those palms, or those palms start to rotate. Last one here. Fabulous. Last part of our cool down, we're getting into some scapular hugs. So we're gonna take our arms nice and wide, give ourselves a big hug. Try to grab your shoulder blades. Obviously you won't be able to, but let's try. And round that back, feeling that stretch in the back. This is also a great time to just give yourself a hug, give yourself some love, some gratitude. You made time for yourself, 25 minutes in the hustle and bustle of back to school. I'm sure grandkids, kids, all the things. You took time for yourself. So take those arms nice and wide. Let's do one more. Nice big hug. Give yourself a silent affirmation here. And then go ahead and release. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Thank you so much for joining me for today's upper body, back and biceps, one of my favorite classes, and I will see you all next time.